Worries about spreading or getting COVID-19 made the last two holiday seasons pretty unusual for most families.
They sure did. And as we head into this holiday season, it is a much less scary time, but there's still a lot of people getting COVID-19.
And our Lisa Adams sat down with the director of the Erie County Health Department for advice on keeping your holiday gathering safe. Lisa joins us now live from the alert desk. Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, Mike and Eva. Because the COVID-19 variant that is still circulating around here is not causing extreme illness or a lot of hospitalizations, you could be lulled into thinking that COVID-19 won't spoil your Thanksgiving or Christmas gatherings this year, but it could, and there are some steps that you can take to prevent that.
Unlike the last two holiday seasons where the advice was to stay away from out-of-town relatives or gather outside, this should be the closest to a normal holiday season we've seen in a while. And yet, COVID-19 rates are quite high in Erie County, with 700 documented PCR cases recently and scores of unknown home positives.
So gatherings for the holidays, are still risky in terms of, you don't want to get any of your family members sick.
After 40 years as a public health nurse, Shar Beringer has just retired, thankful she could help the community through the worst of COVID.
I just loved being able to stay on top of the information, even though it was changing every day sometimes, but to let people know what we knew at this point in time.
And though officially off the job, if you have symptoms, Shar says don't risk sharing it around the holiday table.
You or a family member has any type of upper respiratory symptoms or even, like a cough, a lower respiratory symptom, don't go out and socialize because you're really probably not going to know whether it's RSV, whether it's flu, or whether it's COVID.
If you do have symptoms, home COVID tests are effective at telling if you're contagious, but test more than once in 48 hours to be sure.
So they may not catch a really early stage infection like a PCR test would, but they'll catch it when you have enough virus in your system to potentially pass it on to others.
And if it's been 3 months since you've had COVID-19 or a booster, get the latest booster shot now, the bivalent, before heading to Grandma's house for turkey.
So that bivalent booster should be very effective against the variants that we're keeping an eye on right now because it's targeted for that specific type of Omicron.
Now, Director Mrenick says the last piece of advice is to still have good ventilation in your holiday party space. Open a window a crack or keep an air purifier with a HEPA filter running. You can also check out my extended conversation with Health Director Aaron Mrenick and the newly retired Shar Beringer coming up this weekend on The Insider. Live at the Alert Desk, Lisa Adams.